The weak cling to illusions. The powerful crush them. And here is the first illusion I will tear apart for you tonight. Goodness is rewarded. No, it is not. The lamb does not inherit the field. The wolf does. History proves this. Men whisper about virtue, but they bow to strength. They admire the noble, yet they follow the ruthless. If you wish to be untouchable, burn this truth into your bones. Morality is a leash. Power is the hand that holds it. Listen carefully. I will not soothe you. I am not here to feed you the soft milk of philosophers who dream of ideal worlds. I am here to arm you with steel. The world is a battlefield. Every smile is a mask. Every alliance a temporary fortress. The serpent coils under the grass. The dagger waits behind the cloak. If you hesitate, you will be the feast. If you delay, you will be the pawn sacrificed to another man's strategy. Do you understand? Predictable men first. Respect is taken, never given. I will give you 7 ruthless habits. Not virtues. Habits. Steel rules for survival. I will not list them politely, for power does not wait in line. I will pour them into your veins until you can taste iron on your tongue. They will mark you, reshape you, until you walk as fortress and storm, feared and untouchable. The first secret you must know is this: people are weak, and they remain weak because they long to be seen as good. It is better to be feared than loved. If you cannot be both, that is not poetry. It is not metaphor. It is the most practical truth a ruler can carve into his chamber walls. Fear binds men faster than affection. Affection fathers like mist. Fear is a chain that does not break. If you wish to be untouchable, you must master the habit of being feared without being hated. A serpent in the shadows. Silent, deadly, but wise enough not to poison every well. Strike with precision and withdraw. A storm must not rage every day, or men will rise to destroy it. But when the storm strikes, let it terrify them for years. If you remain predictable, you will be destroyed. If you hesitate, you will be used. That is not a threat. It is a certainty. Men study weakness, like hawks study trembling mice. They circle, they wait, and the moment you show mercy, they swoop. To be untouchable, you must learn unpredictability. Become the storm that cannot be measured, the fortress whose gates shift each night, the serpent that changes its path so no hunter may follow. Predictability is a coffin. Unpredictability is immortality. Stay predictable, and you will be forgotten. Become unpredictable, and they will never escape your shadow. Pause. Breathe. This is not philosophy. This is war. Look around you. Do you not see how they fight in silence? With glances, with whispers, with secrets carried on leashes of money and lust. The battlefield is everywhere. At your table, in your marriage, in your city. The man who smiles at you is sharpening a knife beneath the cloth. Do not be deceived. Men are ungrateful, fickle, liars, deceivers, avoiders of danger, seekers of profit. They will betray you when it suits them. That is their nature. Your habit must be this: never trust the mask. See the eyes. See the tremor in the hand. Assume betrayal before loyalty. Assume danger before safety. This is how you survive. This is how you remain untouchable. Do you think this is harsh? Do you think I exaggerate? Then you are still chained. And chains are melted only by fire. I will give you fire. The next truth: weakness begs for mercy. Power does not. A fortress never pleads. A lion does not explain itself to sheep. When you act decisively. Crush hesitation underfoot. One strike. Final. Clean. Draw no blood you cannot wash away. Do not strike unless it ends the matter. Half measures are poison. They leave wounds that fester. They leave enemies half alive, burning with vengeance. Men must either be caressed or annihilated. I wrote, remember it, to injure a man slightly is to create an eternal enemy. To destroy him utterly is to erase the threat. Decide which path you walk. Then walk it without trembling. Hesitation will kill you. More than your enemies, more than your flaws. The man who cannot decide becomes the man everyone decides for. Look at the battlefield when the trumpet sounds. The commander who hesitates loses the field before the first arrow is loosed. In politics, in love, in commerce, it is the same. A single heartbeat of doubt, and another seizes the advantage. Habit of hesitation must be burned from you. Act, or be acted upon. Move, or be moved like a pawn. Do you hear me? Indecision is death, but I warn you. Decisiveness without cunning is suicide. The wolf who charges blindly falls into traps. The serpent who strikes too often is crushed by boots. Therefore, you must cultivate another ruthless habit, concealment. To be untouchable, you must become unreadable. Let your enemies think you sleep when you wake. Let them think you are weak when you grow strong. Hide your intentions until the moment of strike. Cloak yourself in fog. Move behind veils. Speak half-truths until they no longer know where you stand. A fortress is strongest when its doors cannot be seen. A serpent lives longest when no man knows where it coils. Men reveal themselves through words. Control your tongue, and you control your survival. Speak little, but let each word cut. Give nothing for free. Knowledge is power, and power once given cannot be reclaimed. Cultivate silence like a weapon. When you must speak, speak like a dagger. Short, precise, irrefutable. This is how respect is taken, never given. I see your discomfort. You still want to believe in loyalty, in friendship, in love that does not decay under pressure. I tell you again, wake up. These things are masks, useful, but never ultimate. A man may love you and still betray you if fortune shifts. A friend may stand beside you and still abandon you when fear takes root. Men are less concerned about offending one who makes himself loved than one who makes himself feared. Remember that. Etch it into your chest. Men fear loss more than they honor gain. Exploit this. Threaten their safety, their comfort, their pride, and they will obey. Offer only kindness, and they will consume you like carrion birds on a corpse. If you doubt me, look to kings who trusted. Look to rulers who loved their people. They were overthrown. Their skulls lined the gates. Their families were scattered to winds, and the men who betrayed them now wear crowns. Mercy is admired in books. Cruelty is obeyed in life. Which do you prefer? Admiration carved in forgotten pages, or power carved into eternity? Enough illusions. Enough weakness. You came to me for ruthlessness, and ruthlessness I will give you. You want to be untouchable? Then you must harden your heart as fortress stone. You must look at betrayal as wind, expected and unremarkable. You must train yourself to see opportunity in chaos, to wield fear as a blacksmith wields iron. There is no throne for the meek. There is no fortress for the lamb. Only wolves survive the storm. Only serpents slither through fire. And so, I give you this command. Begin shedding the skin of weakness. Do it tonight. Do it now. Do not wait for another man to chain you. Do not wait for another man to show you his fangs. Become the fangs. Become the chain. Only then will you be untouchable. You think men admire kindness. They do not. They exploit it. They weigh it, calculate it, and drain it until nothing remains but your husk. What men truly admire is what they cannot touch. The fortress too high to scale, the commander who never bends, the serpent that slides past their blade. Admiration is born not of love, but of distance. The untouchable is feared because he cannot be reached. That is the secret. The weak never whisper, but the powerful know in their marrow. Do you still doubt? Then observe the fate of kings who opened their gates. They fed their people, lowered their taxes, gave themselves as servants of the crowd. And what became of them? Betrayed, murdered, forgotten. The people cheer generosity, then overthrow the generous when the storm of ambition rises. But the tyrant who cloaks himself in dread, he endures. Why? Because men will betray affection, but they rarely gamble against fear. Fear sharpens their loyalty more than gratitude ever will. If you would be untouchable, embrace this truth. Mercy is a leash. Fear is a fortress. I tell you this again, decisiveness is a sword, but unpredictability is a shield. The habit of unpredictability will make you into a storm. Imagine your enemies waiting for you to move. They expect you from the east. You strike from the west. They expect delay. You attack without warning. They expect silence. You roar. They expect noise. You vanish. Their plans crumble. Their confidence shatters. They begin to fear the very idea of you. For they cannot bind you with certainty. Predictability kills kings. Unpredictability births legends. Do you not see? The untouchable is not a man, but a myth. A shadow that grows larger than his body. A whisper heavier than truth. A storm that men speak of but cannot grasp. To be untouchable, you must create not only fear, but legend. Men must imagine you more powerful than you are. They must tremble not at your hand, but at your shadow. Appear greater than your strength. Inflate your presence like a fortress on a hill. Even when you sleep, they must believe you are awake. Even when you bleed, they must believe you are stone. A prince must learn how not to be good, and use this knowledge as necessity requires. That is the secret. Not constant cruelty, not blind savagery, but the cold, precise, surgical use of darkness to weave the illusion of invincibility. Do not misunderstand. I do not tell you to destroy for pleasure. That is folly. The wolf who slaughters for sport is hunted until his pelt hangs on the wall. No, destroy with purpose. Strike only when necessary. But when you strike, strike in such a way that no one forgets. Let your enemies whisper of the fate of those who opposed you. Let your name carry the weight of thunder. This is not cruelty, it is strategy. Cruelty without strategy is weakness in disguise. Strategy wrapped in cruelty is untouchable power. Now listen, there is another ruthless habit that will shield you more than swords' appearances. Men judge by what they see, not by what is true. You may be weak, but if you appear strong, they will fear you. You may be wicked, but if you appear virtuous, they will follow you. The people want illusions. Give them illusions. Cloak yourself in morality when you act immorally. Speak of peace when you sharpen daggers. Preach of loyalty when you sow betrayal. Men are children. They crave stories, feed them stories, and they will never see the truth. The mask is more powerful than the face. Learn this. and you will rule even when your hands drip with blood. If you remain transparent, you will be devoured. If you reveal your true hunger, they will unite against you. But if you cloak yourself, if you smile as the serpent coils, they will welcome you. A fortress does not reveal its tunnels. A commander does not show his maps. To be untouchable, your truth must remain hidden behind walls of spectacle. Do you understand? Appearances will win you trust. Fear will keep it. Together, they form the double edge of survival. Do you want me to lie to you? To comfort you? To tell you that honesty is the path? I will not. Honesty is the luxury of the powerless. It is the whisper of lambs before slaughter. The prince, the ruler, the untouchable man, he is not honest. He is strategic. He lies as the blacksmith hammers steel, shaping reality as he pleases. He tells men what they wish to hear, while he carves his own throne behind their backs. That is power. That is survival. And if you lack the stomach for it, you will never rise. You will die chained to ideals forged by stronger men. But I will teach you something more dangerous, something even kings forget. Power is not only the sword, not only the fortress, not only the mask. Power is time, patience, the ability to wait while others panic. Men rush to action, desperate, reckless, but the untouchable waits. He watches, he lets his enemies burn their strength, exhaust their fury, reveal their positions. Then he strikes, cold, surgical, final. Patience is a weapon sharper than steel. The serpent who waits in silence kills the bird who sings too soon. The storm that delays its thunder crushes the unprepared. Cultivate patience as a habit, and you will outlive every rival. Impatience is weakness disguised as courage. Patience is ruthlessness disguised as stillness. Yes, I see you nod. You feel the chains breaking. You begin to see the battlefield as I see it, without illusions, without lies, without the milk of philosophers who dream of heaven while living in hell. The truth is before you. The untouchable man is not kind. He is not merciful. He is not honest. He is precise, strategic, ruthless. His habits are daggers, sharpened daily. His heart is stone, unmoved by pity. His mind is fog, unreadable. His will is fortress, unbroken. This is why he is feared. This is why he is obeyed. This is why he endures when others rot. Do you tremble at this? Good. That trembling is your weakness, leaving you. Embrace it. Replace it with steel. Say it now in your mind. Repeat it like an oath. Predictable men first. Respect is taken, never given. To be loved is fragile. To be feared is eternal. Repeat it until your tongue tastes blood. Repeat it until your heart grows hard as iron. This is the path. This is the habit. This is survival. And remember this, your enemies are not only kings or rivals. They are within you. Your fear, your hesitation, your desire to be liked. These are serpents that coil in your chest. Strangle them, crush them, cut them out with steel, or they will devour you from within. A man who cannot command himself will never command others. Begin your conquest with your own weakness. Only then can you conquer the world. So I ask you, will you remain soft, predictable, chained, or will you rise as fortress? Storm, serpent, will you walk untouchable through the battlefield of men? Decide now, for the battlefield does not wait. Power does not pause, and the storm will strike whether you are ready or not. If you are not the storm, you will be the ruin it leaves behind. The world is not a garden. It is a cage of beasts. And you, if you remain soft, will be devoured. Do not forget this. Forget it once, and you will bleed. Forget it twice, and you will vanish. Men who dream of harmony are corpses waiting to fall. Men who understand conflict are rulers waiting to rise. Do not deceive yourself. War never ends. It only changes its mask. Look into history. Look into the bones of kingdoms. The mighty fell not because they lacked armies, but because they grew complacent. They trusted. They forgave. They let mercy rot their fortress walls. When mercy softens the stone, betrayal seeps in like water through cracks. And once water seeps in, frost follows. And once frost follows, the fortress shatters. Do you want to be untouchable? Then you must never let your walls soften. Mercy sparingly. Trust rarely. Watch always. You must learn this ruthless habit. Control perception. He who controls perception controls reality. The battlefield is not only fought with steel, but with whispers, symbols, illusions. A dagger kills one man. A rumor kills thousands. A fortress stands tall. But if men believe it is haunted, it will stand empty. Control their minds, and you control their bodies. Control their fear, and you control their loyalty. Men are driven more by the things they fear than the things they desire. Never forget this. The untouchable man shapes perception like clay. He wears masks within masks. He lets others believe he is virtuous while he sharpens cruelty in silence. He feeds them small illusions, so they never see the greater deceit. He plays both sides, appearing friend to each, while secretly binding them to his leash. When they discover the truth, it is too late. The chain is locked. The leash is pulled. The master is revealed. Yes, you must deceive. Yes, you must lie. And if this shocks you, you are not ready for power. Weak men cry for honesty. Strong men carve their survival with deception. A ruler must know how to enter into evil when necessity commands. This is not corruption. This is reality. And those who refuse to accept it are the first to be crushed under it. Do you want safety? Then build a fortress of fear around your name. Do you want obedience? Then feed your enemies illusions until they no longer know where truth ends and your shadow begins. This is the habit of control, the habit of perception. Without it, you are naked in the storm. But hear me carefully. Cruelty must be precise. Random cruelty is folly. Wildfire burns the field and leaves nothing to rule. Controlled fire purges enemies and leaves the land fertile. If you must punish, do it swiftly. If you must destroy, destroy utterly. Half measures are poison. Injuries should be done all at once, so that, being less tasted, they offend less. Benefits should be given little by little, so that they may be better enjoyed. Remember this rhythm. One decisive storm, endless drizzles of favor. Strike once with terror, then cloak yourself again in calm. They will remember the strike, but they will forget the calm. They will obey. What is another ruthless habit? The habit of anticipation. Do not wait to be struck. Do not wait to be betrayed. Smell betrayal before it breathes. Cut treachery before it sprouts. The wolf does not wait for the trap to close. It sees the bait and knows the rope. The serpent does not strike blindly. It senses heat, movement, weakness. Anticipation is survival. If you react, you are already losing. If you anticipate, you are already victorious. Build spies into your fortress. Build watchers into your court. See before others see. Know before others know. The untouchable man is never surprised. He is the storm that sees the horizon before others notice the clouds. And yet, do not be deceived by strength alone. Strength without cunning is brittle. The oak falls in the storm because it refuses to bend. The reed bends and survives. So too must you cultivate flexibility. Rigidity breaks. Adaptation survive. The ruthless habit is not blind stubbornness, but strategic shifting. Today, a lion. Tomorrow, a fox. Today, silence. Tomorrow, thunder. Today, fortress. Tomorrow, serpent. The weak cling to one mask until it is torn away. The untouchable wears many masks, and no hand can rip them all away. Pause. Do you feel the weight of these truths? They are not comfortable. They are not gentle. They are not meant to be. They are iron. They are fire. They are poison. And if you drink them, you will be remade. If you refuse, you will remain prey. Decide now, for indecision is the greatest enemy of all. Indecision is a noose. It strangles kings faster than swords. If you hesitate, you give others time to strike. If you falter, you give them room to advance. The battlefield punishes hesitation. Life punishes hesitation. Ruthless habit. Decide fast. Decide cold. Décide final. Now I will tell you something darker. Something you must engrave in your heart. Power is lonely. To be untouchable, you must be alone. Companionship is weakness. Affection is a leash around your neck. The more you need others, the more chains they hold. Yes, you may ally. Yes, you may use, but never depend. Dependence is slavery in disguise. The untouchable depends on no one. He may use 1,000 men, but if 1,000 abandon him, he still stands. Alone. Fortress. Storm. Untouchable. If you are not prepared for this loneliness, you are not prepared for power. Do not mistake me. I do not tell you to shun alliances. Use them. Shape them. Exploit them. But always keep your dagger ready for the day they turn. Because they will. Men turn as fortune turns. They are loyal only until a greater profit calls. Remember this, loyalty is rented. Fear is owned. Build loyalty where it serves you. Build fear where it protects you. But depend on neither. Depend only on yourself. This is how the untouchable endures. This is why his enemies collapse. He cannot be bought. He cannot be swayed. He cannot be threatened with loneliness. Because he has already embraced it. He has already sharpened his solitude into a blade. The fortress stands because it does not need the city. The storm rages because it does not ask permission from the earth. So too must you. Enough comfort. Enough illusions. You came here for truth. And truth is a blade that cuts deep. So I will cut you now. If you remain predictable, you will be destroyed. If you remain merciful, you will be betrayed. If you remain honest, you will be used. If you remain dependent, you will be chained. These are not possibilities. These are certainties. Etch them into your bones, and yet, if you embrace fear, deception, anticipation, flexibility, patience, decisiveness, and solitude, you will be untouchable. You will not be loved, but you will be obeyed. And obedience, not love, builds kingdoms that last. Love fades. Fear remains. Respect is taken, never given. Do not look for justice. There is none. Justice is a story told to the masses, so they may sleep under chains. Power is the only law. The battlefield does not honor fairness. It honors victory. The serpent does not ask permission to strike. The storm does not apologize when it destroys the village. Power does not bow to morality. It devours it. Accept this, or remain prey. The untouchable understands this dark law. Men obey not what is right, but what is strong. They follow not what is just, but what is feared. If you cling to justice, you will die under its weight. If you wield strength, you will write justice in your name, and the world will bow, calling it righteous. Hypocrisy? No. Survival? Men are hypocrites by nature. Use their nature against them. Let me remind you, predictable men die first. Respect is taken, never given. If you hesitate, you will be used. If you remain soft, you will be destroyed. Do you hear the rhythm? It is the drum of war. It is the march of rulers. If it does not echo in your chest, then you are not ready. Leave. Return to the lambs. But if you feel it, if your blood stirs with fire, then you are ready to be remade, and you must be remade. Not patched, not improved. Reborn. The man who longs to be loved must die. The man who fears loneliness must die. The man who hesitates must die. In his place, the fortress, the storm, the serpent, a man no chain can bind. A man no enemy can read. A man who wears fear as a crown and deception as armor. Untouchable, do not think this path will make you admired. It will not. You will be feared. You will be hated. You will be whispered about in shadows. But you will endure. And endurance is the true throne. The weak may gather applause, but applause dies with the crowd. Fear lives forever. Legends live forever. The fortress may stand in silence, but it stands when all others fall. Which do you prefer, momentary affection or eternal survival? I tell you again, power is not gentle. It is not merciful. It is not kind. It is a blade, a leash, a storm. Power is cruel because life is cruel. To deny this is to invite death. To embrace it is to carve your own throne. Do not flinch. Do not tremble. Strike first. Strike cold. Strike final. Do you think this too harsh? Too ruthless? Then you are not ready. Go. But if you remain, understand this. You are being tested. By fortune. By enemies. By your own weakness. Only one law matters: win. If you must lie, win. If you must betray, win. If you must stand alone, win. Because the battlefield remembers only the victor. The loser is erased. I see your fear. I see your hesitation. Crush it. Now, do not carry weakness another step. Say it again in your mind. Predictable men die first. Respect is taken, never given. Fear is stronger than love. Deception is sharper than honesty. Solitude is stronger than companionship. These are not options. They are laws. Defy them, and you will be crushed. Obey them, and you will be untouchable. Yes, untouchable. The word itself is your fortress. It is your shadow. It is your crown. Untouchable does not mean invincible. It means beyond reach. It means every strike against you breaks in silence. It means every betrayal fails before it lands. It means they may whisper, but they never dare move. Untouchable is the highest form of power, and it is yours. If you obey, so now I give you the final truth. Listen carefully. Carve it into your chest. Obey or be crushed. The world does not wait. The storm is already here. Decide now, not tomorrow, not later. Now, become fortress, become a serpent, become storm, untouchable. Remember this. Share it, carve it into your mind. Obey or be crushed.